little olives. It is I, Olive Doggo. Today I'm going to be ranting about something way too overdone. Sans fangirls. Now, before anyone decides that they are going to stop watching this video, instead of ranting about sans fangirls in general, I'm going to be ranting on why sans fangirls get as much hate as they do. And I'm going to be giving you the do's and don'ts of a sans fangirl. Now, the quick disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my own opinion. We're all entitled to our own opinions, and you can hate this video, like this video, but it's my opinion. Let's get on with it, shall we? The first lady I have up here is Crystal, Sans' wife and girlfriend. I think that's her name at least. This is something I notice a lot in sans fangirls. They trace someone else's work, then state they trace their work. Now, this is not okay. This one line right here is not okay. Now, let's continue on with this video. This is also something I notice a lot. People stating that they can seriously injure you over the internet. I'll go into detail about this in a few. Now, about tracing. I don't think you should trace anyone's art. And stating that they traced your art when in fact you traced someone's art is not a good thing to do. That is a don't of sans fangirls. Now, however, there is some likes with Crystal's OC. I like how she used colors that blended well together and were pleasing on the eye. I also liked how, even though she did trace, she didn't flat out state to go hate on Scooter Who Loves Sans, which is something I find way too oftenly sans fangirls, so that was a pleasant breath of air. Now, before I get any more worked up over Crystal, why don't we move on to a new sans fangirl? So I have with me here Inferno the Fox, and this is a video called Inferno Kills Shiny Quill. This is another thing with sans fangirls. They like to, quote-unquote, kill people over the internet. I find it completely pointless that anyone would ever do this, but let's get on with this video. Right off the bat, I noticed something about the anatomy of this character, and believe me, I'm not one to know a lot about anatomy, but overlapping legs like this should not technically make it onto a final cut. They can be good for storyboarding, but final cut, right there. It also takes her a full 6 seconds for anyone to realize what the heck is going on. So another thing I've noticed is that instead of her creating a new pose for the character, she just redraws the face, which I will admit I have been guilty of doing, but that is something you shouldn't technically do, says the girl who's sliding frames. So she is going on a rant currently about a horrible topic, and going to torture a character for torturing their OC. This is not something you should do. Don't do this. This is another don't. Now, before we go on, I'm going to state something that happens way too often in Sans fangirls. That is the Sans magic and pitch black eyeballs. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with giving your character powers. My character is a fire witch. Take Rubiel for an example. But when you give a character something so overrun into the ground, and then use it in a torturing video, that is not something you should do. That is another don't. Now, I will give Inferno credit. This is very well drawn, I guess, but still, torturing people is not something you should do. Don't do that, I guess. It's a don't, okay guys? It's a don't. Now, before I get way too worked up over Sans magic, let's get back to the video. Right off the bat, bad words. This is not how tears work. I let you pass with the legs because, well, that's just one error, but that's not how tears work. They don't come from the middle of your retina. They come from the tear duct, which is in the front of the eye. I take that into notice. It's not that hard to make tears, like, there. And also, she's still using the same frame. Now, I don't know what's happening in this frame. All I hear is screaming, and these, I want to say they're ribbons, came shooting out of the already mannequin-esque character. Okay, this is not, no. I get that you wanted to go realistic with the legs and the arms, but in doing so, you should do that with the entirety of the body. Like, the head would be backwards, the ears would be down. I'm going on way too much about anatomy, I'm sorry. This is just absolutely horrible. And I know this video is supposed to be horrible, but this anatomy is horrible. And I will explain why. Now, I'm not saying I'm an anatomy master, look at these arms, but I am also not saying that people should be that stiff. No, it's a stylistic choice, but I'm going to show you how characters really should be drawn. I know this looks horrible, but the character should have more fluid movements than standing upright on a swing like this. Yes, this is a very loose interpretation of what she did, but this is about it. Now, look at this, and you'll see that the legs at least have a curvature to them, which is something that legs will. I'll admit that it's not like actual leg curvature, but it is still curved, and the arms are more fluidly wrapped around the pole. Now, in Inferno's rough interpretation, her arms were just like this. around the hole. And you cannot physically stand up on a swing without and move fairly fast, and like if you were rocking on a swing while standing up and slipping off of the swing. I know I should be going into detail about how much she just killed a person, but it's been covered too many times. I'll admit, I need to take a breather. So, looking back on Inferno, the do's and don'ts for her would be: don't kill people over the internet. Don't kill people over the internet. Don't make your character so, I guess, unoriginal. Can I even say that on here without getting flamed in the comments? I don't know. So, sans magic is something that I find a lot of fangirls have and debate whether or not Inferno is a troll or not, and anyone I show in this video is a troll. I don't think they are. So there's a difference between sans magic and calling that original, and between actual magic. I'll go back to Rubiel's fire magic. She is a fire mage. His hand looks horrible. I know, I'm talking about anatomy and I really should go practice it. But these two things are very different. One of them can be done fairly fast. Boom, I have my new original sans fangirl character. And the other can be done. I mean, it's fast for me because, let's be honest here, I don't have any practice in the art of art. And the other can still be done pretty fast. Can be done but look very nice, more polished than this. And hey, make your characters however the heck you want to make them, but when creating a sans fangirl, when you are a sans fangirl, don't use sans magic. It brings out flame wars in your comments. It makes people more driven to hate you, and it is not good for your health. Kidding, I'm not a doctor. So, what I wanted to make this video was for the do's and don'ts, and before I sign off, I will show you one final sans fangirl. This is Princess Pinky Sans' wife and girlfriend, I'm assuming. And she, I'm going to regard her as if she's not a troll, but she kills sans fangirls because, quote unquote, they love sans. Now, there is a million things wrong with this anatomy. 1, that is a peanut. 2, that's not how lips work. And 3, that is a circle. Now, I could probably recreate the scene and fix everything wrong with this anatomy. So give me a minute. So this is my revised version of whatever hers was. Hers was shot at an impossible angle. And yes, that is a very hard angle to draw. I know, it's my least favorite, but it was drawn at an angle that would be very hard to reach, so I've tried redrawing it. I don't know. A lot of things people do is draw lips like that. It's a cat, and cats do actually have muzzles, if you did not know. They're very short. There we go, cat muzzle. At a very impossible angle. So this is the revised version, and it did fix some anatomy problems I had with her. And yes, anatomy is very hard to draw. I know. I am an artist myself. If you even want to call me that. But this took me, what, 2 minutes? And I have redrawn your one scene. And it did not take me very long to repurpose and refix this. Now this girl shares a lot of don'ts with other Sans fangirls, like killing people, anatomy, but in all honesty, I think her OC could be saved. Now, I'm not saying I like her OC. I'm just saying it could be saved. Fight me. But that'll conclude our video for today, and I will see you next time.